Hello, I'm David Keith of the Ventura County District Attorney's Office. Motor vehicle theft is a serious problem here in Ventura County. The purpose of this webcast is to educate you about the problem and offer specific ways that you can combat these thefts. Here's Ventura County District Attorney Greg Totten.
Hello, I'm Ventura County District Attorney Greg Totten. Auto theft is a serious problem, not only here, but across the entire nation. FBI statistics reveal that a vehicle is stolen somewhere in the United States every 43 seconds, with California leading all other states in this unfortunate distinction. But here in Ventura County, we are doing a great deal to combat motor vehicle theft. In this video, you will learn about a special team of law enforcement officers who are working hard on this problem. We will also give you very specific suggestions on how to keep your vehicle safe from criminals. So please take a few minutes to watch this important webcast to learn more about this serious issue, what officials here in Ventura County are doing to curb the problem, and most importantly, what you can do to reduce your chances of falling victim to a car thief. Thank you.
Joining me in the studio is Chief Reggie Chappelle of the California Highway Patrol. Chief, how serious is the motor vehicle theft problem, not only in California, but specifically here in Ventura County?
Well, each year, about 168,000 vehicles are stolen in California. And for us Californians, that translates into about $1 billion in economic loss. That economic loss comes from having to have the cars replaced, losing time from work while you're dealing with that issue, replacing the items that were stolen out of your car, and increased insurance premiums for all of us. And in Ventura County, that translates into about 1,300 on average of vehicles stolen every year. Last year, 1,232 vehicles were stolen, and that's about $8 million worth of loss to Californians.
So it's a pretty significant problem here in Ventura County.
It is, and not just for owners of passenger vehicles. That also includes commercial vehicles and farm equipment as well. So it affects individuals and businesses.
You know, we'll talk about this more in a minute, but one of the interesting things when you look at the statistics, a lot of older cars are stolen. It's not just your new fancy models. In fact, a lot more older cars are stolen than newer models.
Yes, absolutely. They're much easier to steal. The older a car is, the older the technology, and cars aren't necessarily always stolen for the value in reselling a stolen car. Sometimes those cars are used to further other crimes. So if you have an older car, you still want to make sure that you have some preventive measures in place. You still want to make it as difficult to steal as possible.
Okay. Chief, what is VenCat? Tell us a little bit about that.
Certainly. The Ventura County Auto Theft Task Force is comprised of members from the California Highway Patrol, Ventura County District Attorney Investigations Bureau, the Ventura, Oxnard, and Port Hueneme Police Departments, and the Department of Motor Vehicles. And their mission is to reduce the incidence of vehicle theft in Ventura County. And they do that through proactive enforcement efforts, trying to target organized vehicle theft rings, education, and public awareness.
You know, not all cars are stolen by teenagers. I think that's kind of the idea people have. We do have some organized crime that comes into Ventura County and operates stealing these cars. I mean, I know we just prosecuted a case like that.
Oh, yes. And car theft, I mentioned earlier that it can be used as a crime to actually fund other activities. Mm-hmm. Those cars can be used in the furtherance of other crimes. Right. And so it really doesn't matter what type of car it is. Usually joyriders, that's a small part of the problem.
Right. All right. Well, that's interesting. And we talked a little bit earlier about the older cars being stolen. It's not just a new car, nice, expensive models that are getting ripped off. It's a lot of older cars. Why do you think that is?
Well, older cars are much easier to steal, for one thing, and they're quite often stolen for their parts. The older a car gets, the more rare the parts are, the more expensive they are if you need to have repairs done in your car. So a lot of folks will steal those, and they can resell those parts to people with older vehicles.
So, Chief, what do you suggest people who own older cars, what should they do to protect them?
Well, first, don't assume that your car isn't a target, and you want to make it as little of a target as possible. Put it in the garage when you can. When it's parked outside, there are devices. You can put a club under your car. You can install an aftermarket alarm system. Those things might seem to be a little overboard or a little expensive, but they can help with your insurance rates, and they make your car a less likely target. Car thieves will move on to something much easier.
Which is really the bottom line. It's like target hardening. If I'm looking to steal a car and this guy's got the club on the steering wheel and an alarm system in there, and then one that's 50 feet away has none of that. I'm going to go take the easier car. I mean, thieves basically are lazy and they're looking for the easiest car to steal.
Yes, especially if they're looking to steal a car just to use it for some other crime. It really doesn't matter what kind of car you get.
Right.
If you're looking for a particular model, they may focus on a car, but you'll still have very good deterrence with a club or some other similar anti-theft device.
Right. It's great advice. Chief, we talked a little bit about how auto theft can lead to more serious crimes in terms of somebody stealing a car to commit another serious crime. But we can also see it leading to significant problems if people leave their personal information in a car. What happens with that?
Well, it can lead to identity theft. Some people use their cars like a personal filing cabinet. They'll take items from their mailbox. They'll take items that, you go visit the doctor, you have paperwork from the doctor's office, and all of that goes on the seat of your car. And you're just inviting thieves to make use of that. So it's a good idea when you're parking your car to not leave personal items in it. It's basically sitting out there on the curb like a fishbowl. And do you want people to steal your purse or your wallets, driver's licenses? All of those things should go with you and not remain in the car.
And such a hassle if you lose your wallet or have your wallet stolen. I mean, obviously the identity theft is a major problem in this day and age. But trying to cancel credit cards and getting a new license, I mean, it is a major headache.
It is. And, you have some protections for credit cards, but you have debit cards, other things where that loss is personal. You have those items stolen out of your car, and you're going to feel it. And thieves are smart enough to use those as quickly as possible before you have time to report their loss.
Right. So, Chief, most thefts are easily preventable. What can the average person do to maybe reduce their chances of falling victim of a car theft?
Well, some of these tips seem like common sense tips, but if you do them, you're much more likely to not be that victim of auto theft. It'll be someone else. It's important that people always remember to always lock your vehicle. Never leave your keys in your vehicle. Never leave your vehicle running while it's unattended. Never hide a spare key in your vehicle. Always park your vehicle in a well-lit area. Be aware of your surroundings prior to leaving your vehicle. When possible, park your vehicle in a secure garage. Install an audible alarm system, vehicle immobilizer device like smart keys or fuel cutoff systems, or vehicle recovery systems like LoJack or OnStar, for example. Always make sure you receive an owner certificate when you buy a used vehicle from someone. Don't leave valuables in plain sight in your vehicle. Thieves are looking for easy targets. And finally, if you own a vehicle that's stolen more often, you need to take steps to protect your investment.
That's great advice, Chief. Thanks again for being here today. If you'd like to see a list of the most commonly stolen vehicles in the United States, check out this website. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe and stay informed.